play this video of Shaykh Hamza al-Bakri on Istighatha, because I actually hold this opinion myself too. So he said that we're not going to hold it to be shirk, but from the standpoint of fiqh, he talked about people who permitted it. He's now going to talk about people who forbid Istighatha. The person doesn't believe that the person that is being asked has any impact. He's just a sabab. So that's why it's removed from shirk. Okay? He's merely asking out of a need, not out of dua of ibadah. Same way I ask Ryan. Actually, I wouldn't ask you anything because it's probably going to get destroyed. Just kidding. Just kidding. I say, Omar, go move my car, please. Right? Hey, Ryan, can you please go get water for the plants? I'm asking you not out of ibadah. Right? I'm asking you for a need.
قلنا يجوز على الإسناد المجازي. هذا رأي. رأي الثاني لا يجوز، يقولون لأنه وإن كان له تخريج لغوي صحيح ولكنه يوهم معنى فاسدا إيهاما شديدا.
That's what I believe in. هو الاستغاثة يوهم معنى فاسد. You can easily imagine it to be something fasid. Easily you can imagine it to be something that's close to dua, that's close to shirk, that's far from Islam. You can easily imagine that.
تخريج لغوي صح يمكن، لكن يوهم المعنى الفاسد وهو معنى التأثير، معنى النفع والضر من الولي، يوهم ذلك للسامع. لو أنا أفعله والناس يسمعون، الناس لا يفهمون إسناد مجازي، مجاز عقلي، سبب وكذا، لا يفهمون هذه التفاصيل.
Yeah, the regular person, by the way, the people who do it and the people who are hearing it and witnessing it, they don't know all these technicalities of aqidah, of ta'thir and majaz and all that.
فيوهمهم المعنى الفاسد.
He may imagine it's actual shirk.
ونحن مأمورون في الدعاء بتجنب الألفاظ، يعني الدعاء له آداب، منها أن تتجنب السجع. السجع يعني أواخر الكلمات منهي إنه في الدعاء تسجع كثيرا. لو سجعت مرة مرتين هكذا جاء اتفاقي لا بأس، لكن يتقصد الإنسان السجع هذا لا يليق بالأدب مع الله، لأنه السجع إظهار قدرة لغوية. الأصل في الدعاء التذلل.
He's saying dua has rules. An example. One example of dua is that your dua becomes a poem. He says one or twice rhyming is no problem, but constant rhyming is showing that you have power in language, whereas dua, you're supposed to show that you're miskeen. Okay, so there are rules in dua.
الضعف، لكن أنا أظهر قدرتي، هذا لا يليق. كيف أنت تضاعف نفسك عن الله وتظهر قدرتك اللغوية؟ فنحن مأمورون بترك السجع، يعني بعض أنواع السجع طبعا. مأمورون بالتذلل، مأمورون بكذا، يعني الدعاء له آداب، منها أن نبتعد عن الإيهام.
One of them is staying away from something that may appear bad.
أبو حنيفة كره أن يقول إنسان اللهم إني أسألك بحق محمد. هذا موجود عند الفقه الحنفي، مع أنه قلت التوسل جائز، وأنا قلت الجماهير والمذاهب الأربعة. طب هذا أبو حنيفة منع التوسل في رواية، قال يكره أن يسأل الله بحق عبد من عباده.
He says here that if you tawassul, okay, even Abu Hanifah forbade it.
لأنه يوهم أن للعبد حقا.
Because it gives one can imagine that it gives an appearance that Allah owes something to one of the slaves of Allah. To say بحق so and so, as if Allah owes them something.
يعني كانوا في عصر أبي حنيفة يظنون إذا واحد قال أسألك بحق محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، إنه يفهم إنه العبد له حق على الله، إنه أنا لي حق على الله، يعني يجب على الله يعطيني، كما هو مذهب المعتزلة.
As if Allah has to give when you say that. بحق Nabi from the Anbiya. Bihaq means by the right of, as if any abd has rights over Allah. Nobody does, right? So that's why he said you can technically give it an excuse. Technically you can justify it by language and by theology, but it could easily be misunderstood. So by sadd al-dhari'a, we should forbid this, to close off any possible misunderstanding.
فأبو حنيفة حتى يقطع هذا الباب لا تقل بحق فلان لا سيدنا محمد ولا غيره، لأنه كلمة حق العبد توهم أنه العبد صاحب حق وأنه يجب على الله أن يفعل للعبد. الله لا يجب عليه أن يفعل، لسنا صاحب حق. لكن بعد ذلك ضعف مثلا المعتزلة والناس فهموا أنه هذا حق بمعنى الله أعطاك إياه وجعله حقا لك.
So the same thing, he's going to basically say Istighatha is going to confuse everybody. So he says that's his opinion, prohibition, because it will lead to confusion. And that's the opinion that I follow and I like too, very much. Yes, Abu Hanifah said he does not like someone to say bihaqqi so-and-so, bihaqqi Muhammad, bihaqqi. Why did he say that? Because even though if you contextually explain it and theologically and linguistically explain it, but it can appear to others that you are saying that Allah owes any of the creation anything, and he doesn't owe anybody anything. So even more so than that, Ya Ghawth, Ya Abdul Qadir Jilani, Ya so-and-so, Ya Ahmad al-Rifa'i, all of that can easily be mistaken as a kind of dua to somebody, and that's what we see all over online. I don't like anything that cannot be proven clear-cut with one or two verses of Quran or Hadith. And this one definitely doesn't have that. You don't see the Salaf doing that so that we could say, oh, here's Malik doing it. You don't see anyone doing this, right? So I like Hamza al-Bakri's opinion on this, and that's what I follow. Okay, because I don't want to be stuck having to defend something I can't defend just because everyone's doing it. No, I'm not doing that.
Is it worth really like...
And it's not worth it. It's not part of every Islamic life. Now, Sayyid Muhammad Daniel has a great point. The hadith of the blind man. Yes. Hadith Uthman ibn Hunayf. That is the hadith that you stick to and do that dua. Okay? Keep that dua. Nobody can you know what that hadith is?
Yeah.
That is the hadith that has Istighatha bin Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam in it. Hadith Uthman ibn Hunayf. No discussion. Uthman ibn Hunayf, everybody. If you want to do this, read this hadith and stop there. Here we say there's the qat'i. This is qat'i evidence right here. أن رجلا ضرير البصر أتى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. A man who was blind came to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. فقال ادعو الله لي. Called to Allah for me. Make dua for me. أن يعافيني. That he heals my blindness. فقال إن شئت أخرجت لك. If you wish, I can delay this for you. وهو خير. I can delay that prayer for you. It means you be patient with the blindness. I'll make a special dua for you on the day of judgment. That will be better for you. وَإِن شِئْتَ دَعَوْتُ لَكَ. And if you wish, I'll pray for you. The man said, Ud'u, pray for me. Okay? I'd rather the prayer. فَأَمَرَهُ أَنْ يَتَوَضَّأ فَيُحْسِنَ وُضُوءَهُ. He commanded him to make wudu and make an excellent wudu. And pray 2 rakas. And recite the following dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka. Oh Allah, I ask you. Wa atawajjahu ilayka. And I turn to you. Through your prophet, Muhammad. Through Muhammad, the prophet of mercy. Nabiyur Rahmah. Ya Muhammad. Inni qad tawajjahtu bika. Oh Muhammad, I have turned through you to my Lord. Through you, bika. By you, I have turned to my Lord. In other words, what am I bringing to my Lord? You got to bring good deeds to Allah Ta'ala, and if you want your dua to be answered. What's my good deed? The Prophet. What does that mean, the Prophet? Belief in the Prophet, following the Prophet, loving the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So there's a gap here. I turn to Allah with the Prophet. With what with the Prophet? With Iman in the Prophet, belief in the Prophet, all that. All those good things. توجهت بك إلى ربي في حاجتي. With my need. هذه لتقضى. That you may fulfill this need. Allahumma shaffa'hu fi. Oh Allah, make him a shafa'ah for me, an intercessor for me. Where is this hadith narrated? Tirmidhi, Ibn Majah, Al-Hakim, Bukhari's Tarikh, Musnad Imam Ahmad, At-Tabarani, and guess who else cites it? Ibn Taymiyyah himself in the Tawassul. But I don't know what he commented on. He just recorded it, I guess. He tries to weaken it. Okay? Well, if I'm going to say, who else cites it? Ibn Kathir cites it. And he authenticated it. The hadith is recorded and authenticated by several scholars. All right. Ibn Majah, Al-Nasa'i, Al-Hakim, Al-Bayhaqi, Al-Mundiri. It's not mutawatir, has to be from the top, but we can say it's mustafid. It may have come down from one or two, but it's spread far and wide and authenticated by many, many, many. Bukhari narrates it in his Tarikh al-Kabir, right? In his history. Narrates it. We don't know if does he comment on those hadith or he just narrates. We don't know. Abu Nu'aym, Ibn Khuzaymah, okay, Imam Ahmad, At-Tirmidhi. So this is what we would consider clear and airtight evidence. And if we go by that hadith, right, then no one can stop you. You like it, don't like it, that's the hadith. Hum ulama al-Islam wal-muhaddithin say it.